Hello everyone, this is Briggsy here, as normal. Well, I say normal, I haven't seen you guys in a while. But anyway, straying from the point already. I am here to do I guess I'm going to start this thing as like a it's. Could you get let's look at and what's, or WTFs and all that kind of thing. So this is, this is Rogue Legacy. And it is a procedurally generated kind of dungeon crawler-esque type. It's a roguelike, like if you follow Northernlion and Jason Smith and Rocky Spine and Buddy, who have all done Let's Look At, and I think some of them have started doing Let's Plays of them. But yeah, anyway, so essentially, this is just the tutorial part of the game, so it's got quite a good look to it. It's quite simple, but I don't know what it makes up for in the simplisticness of it. It more than makes up for in gameplay mechanics, which I think it really stands out for. So yeah, anyway, so this is kind of like the development of the story. It's not a massive story-driven game, but yeah, so that right there was the tutorial. So anyway, yes, so I'm also recording this, by the way, with my brother. Say hello, Bryce.
Yeah.
Right, okay. It's mainly because that way he can play and I can try and concentrate on making fairly good sentences with words. Not very good at articulating things. But anyway, so yeah, so that was the tutorial part of it. Controls are fairly basic. You do have magic as well as just your main sword based attacks. And also there are other various things, but to start off, you've got if you press A. So this is what it looks like. This is your main hub. So you've got magic and health. You do level up throughout your progression of the game, and it's kind of safe to say that this is one game where you're not expected to get. You're not expected to complete on your first run. So if you'll see, this is kind of like the beginning area. So that right there, that massive door, that's kind of like your end goal to get through that door. So you've got you've got like 4 bosses. So you've got one in the castle area, which you can see on the map just across the way from you. Then you've got one in the dungeon, one in the forest, and one in the tower, and then that should unlock the big golden door, and then you go on and fight the final boss. But yeah, so as you progress, your kind of main thing to gather is gold. So like I said, you're not expected to beat this on your first run through. You're supposed to go through many different times and stack up as much gold as you can to increase your character's various stats, like strength, amount of magic you have, critical damage and all that kind of stuff, as well as unlock other character types, which we'll get into in a minute. So yeah, so you've got various different enemies on here as well. As you can see, every time you hit them, they have like a rough level in accordance to them. So in the beginning areas, they're obviously going to be a lot lower level, but as you progress, you can get up to levels of like 55 and even higher than that as well. So yeah, like I said, gold is kind of like your main thing to gather in the beginning parts. So obviously, the more gold you get from the run, the better you can, or the more you can upgrade yourself, and then in the future, the more or the further you can progress. So every now and again you do get these crates as well. So as well as upgrading your character's skills and stats, you can also upgrade his equipment. So you've got the basic armor set, so your greaves, your pauldrons, your main chest plate, helmet, so on and so forth. And you can also upgrade your sword as well. And with them as well, you can also add runes to them. Now, runes, and they just impart like various abilities to them. So some will allow you to drain health from enemies as you kill them, and others can allow you to do things like double jumps, so you can access harder to reach chests. But yeah, so this first one, this is essentially just so you kind of get yourself accustomed to how the game plays, and also yeah, just to kind of play through. We will get to the kind of one of the main selling points about this game in a minute, but obviously Bryce is just too pro at this game to be able to die or anything like that. Minus that. So yeah, like I said, you do get you start off with you get 100 health, you get 100 MP, and the spell that he is using, the one that you can throw daggers with. There are various different spells. Some of them you throw axes, some freeze time. So some are more useful than others. My personal favourite is the fire wheel that you can get, mainly just because providing you got a character with, or you build a character with a lot of MP, you can use it quite a lot and kind of cheese some levels. Now this right here is it's kind of like you can pray for assistance. So each one gives you a certain thing. So this one is Helios's Blessing, which I believe means that when you kill enemies you get more gold. But then there are other ones that can be almost like a detriment to your progression in the game. But I will admit, I have actually already played a fair amount of this game. I did just delete my save on this purely because I didn't want to show you guys well, I didn't want to show you everything before you got on. So yeah, anyway, sorry, I'm losing my words. So this is the boss area. So if Bryce was to go into there now, he would more than certainly die. He would just get pwned horrendously. So usually in your first couple of runs you can try it, but I would recommend not, just saving it until you've done a fair few number of run-throughs and you've upgraded certain abilities and various things like that. But yes, the bosses, from what I've experienced, they're pretty good. Each one tends to have a very certain kind of almost like a tactic that you can use to it. So like I was saying earlier, you do get runes that help give you certain abilities. So some of them give you double jump, some of them give you a dash, and each boss kind of implements that into how you can defeat it a little bit more easily. Or you can just put all your points or gold into health and attack and just pwn it. So Bryce is he's now entered the Maya, which is essentially the tower section. They do kind of go in order, so you start off with the basic castle, you can move up to the forest, then the tower, and then the dungeon is the hardest section. You can usually tell this just by the level of the enemies in those areas. And as you progress as well, you get more money from the harder areas, so you can try your luck at just kind of dodging the enemies in some of the harder areas and just getting the chests from them. But you'll probably end up dying if you're not at least at an adequate level. So obviously you can kind of see that from chests you tend to either get a lot of gold, or you can get templates for various bits of armor or weapons. And armor themselves, as well as being just like armor increase or health increase. Some of them do give you the ability to get drain health from, let's say when you kill an enemy you get a certain amount of health. Right, so Bryce has now just walked into, you can walk out there, he's just walked into a room that has a fairy chest in it. Now what that usually means is that if you go in there, it usually has like an objective, a mini objective for you to do. So some of them, that one there was just a case of testing like how good you are at dodging, and you have to get through it without taking any damage. Now some of them also include like you're not allowed to jump, or you have to kill the enemies and various things like that. But the ones where you've not allowed to jump and things like that, those are the ones that actually require like specific rune sets in order to get through the mission. And usually those fairy chests, they either have really good runes in them, or just straight up upgrades for your stats, so like magic up or health up. See, now if I was playing this, I would probably have died by now. So there you go. So this is another example. So Bryce, if he had a particular type of weapon, like the axe you can throw and it can go through walls, he'd be able to kill that and get that fairy chest. But unfortunately he's only got the daggers, which I think when you start off, those are the only ones you can get. Again, also when you progress through levels, you can find different spells. Yeah, he's actually doing alright. Oh, okay. Spoke too soon with that one. But yeah, so at the end of it as well, you can see how many things you've done. Alright, sorry about that, recording cut out. Yeah, so as I was saying, once you die, you can see how many enemies you killed, and yeah, it gives you a rough total. But this is the main kind of the selling point of the game. So this right here is your lineage. So here you can see your family tree, so your descendants as you were. So it started with Johannes the legendary knight, moved on to Sir Lee the valiant knight, and now you can pick who you actually are. So the first one that we've got here is Sir Fleming the mage. Now as you can see, it gives you a rough description. A mage is a powerful spellcaster. Each kill gives you mana. He starts off with the spell, the Scythe. And the other selling point for this game is traits. Now, with this one here, he's got PAD, which is peripheral arterial disease, which means he has no foot pulse. Now, you might have noticed as Bryce was playing through, there were spike traps on the floor, which are pressure sensitive. So what that trait allows you to do is to run on them and not set them off, which makes the game slightly easier in certain areas, but also again there are some challenge rooms that you can come across that make it also actually doable. Next up we have the Knave, which is, as you can see, risky hero, low stats, calamitous, devastating blows. This one has OCD, which means that when he breaks stuff like chandeliers and chairs, he actually gets his MP restored. And he's got the Quantum Translocator, which is essentially like it just leaves a dummy there to take damage. And the final one is another mage, and he's very skinny, so every hit sends you flying. So like I said before, some of them are a detriment to your progression in the game. So that one can actually be a bit of a pain in the backside, but he also has ADHD, which means he moves faster, and he also has time stop. So there's about, I'd say about maybe 8 spells that you can use in total, and there are various different traits that you can use. Some of them are purely aesthetic, so some of them you just can't see colour, or you can't see 3D. And various things like that, but some of them do actually help your gameplay. So some of them make you a giant, and it increases your reach a lot more. So yeah, Bryce, just pick whichever one you want really. Little bit of OCD. Right, so this part here is essentially your upgrade page. So here you can unlock your smithy, which does all your armor and all your weapon upgrades. like it says there, you can also unlock the Enchantress, which allows you to use runes, and then so on and so forth. There are various classes that you can unlock as well, but yeah, we'll see how we go anyway. So yeah, you just unlock various bits and bobs there, so you can upgrade your pre-existing what's the word? Pre-existing classes. There you go. There's the word. It was eluding me for quite some time. And give them special abilities, like that one there. Turn the knight into a paladin. It gives you the ability to press Y, and it unlocks the ability to block damage. So yeah, like I said, the Enchantress. That's what actually allows you to put runes onto your bits of equipment. And as you can see here, every time you unlock a new part to it or upgrade a part to it, it builds up your own personal keep, and it slowly expands, which I like. It's a nice little visual, nice bit of visual work there, just to entertain your eyes just that little bit more. So this guy here is the Architect. So if you had a particularly decent run and you like the layout, but you just, I don't know, you just had an unlucky fight, you can pay him a certain amount of gold, and he will then set it so you get the same one again. So again, Bryce has upgraded the Barbarian into a Barbarian King. I'd say, how many different classes are there? Again, it's about, what, like 6, 8?
Probably like that.
Something like that. Each one has its own particular play style. So you can tailor, you can carry on upgrading things. You can tailor, oh no, you can't, you've only got 170 gold. Oh, you can do that one. Yeah.
You can do mana up.
So yeah, you can tailor your stats to fit one particular class, but kind of the point of this is to mix it up every time and keep the game fresh. But obviously, I mean, I have a personal preference. I think my favourite one would be the ninja class, the shinobi, which essentially it does more damage than other classes, but it has less health. But usually if you've got some vampire runes, you can kind of negate that that detriment, really. So yeah, like I said, the Enchantress, you have to buy everything in these, again, gold. You can kind of, it's essentially you have to choose between doing up your stats or doing up your gear. But yeah, usually in the beginning you just want to concentrate on your stats so you can actually progress. Now this guy here, he essentially resets your gold to 0 before each run through the castle. So, as you can see, he's a bit of a douchebag. So you have to kind of mid-max your gold to get as much stuff from it as you can. But there is a particular part of your keep in regards to upgrading where you can lessen how much gold he actually takes from you. So we'll probably have, depending on how long this run through takes, we might have another one after this, just to really give you a good sense of how the game flows. Now, you also get various visual things, like not so much in regards to how the game looks, but in regards to how your character looks. So you can get dwarfism, which it makes it, for me personally, I find it a lot harder to play as a dwarf, purely because your reach is a lot less. But there are certain rooms and chests that require you to be a dwarf, so you can run through these little kind of secret pathways, which, like I said, either they give you access to chests that otherwise you couldn't reach, or you can skip the harder parts of a particular room. Oh, I'm parched. So much talking. But yeah, so this is it. I mean, this game, I've been waiting for this game for quite a long time. I'm pretty sure, actually no, I didn't back this on Kickstarter. I'm not sure if it was on there, but I definitely helped added green light to it, because after seeing this on, I'm not sure if it was J Smith OTI stream or if it was just Rockley Smile that mentioned it, but yeah, I mean the game is just awesome. I mean it's a lot of fun, and I mean, like I said, I've just deleted my save on this to make sure that you guys have kind of like just a fresh look at it, and I really don't mind going back through it and playing it again, because it's just so much fun, really. I just got into like the second boss, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with it already. I would definitely recommend playing this with a wireless controller, not wireless controller, a wired controller. I just feel the controller handles a lot better, or your reaction time is a lot better than if you were using just a keyboard like WASD and the arrow keys. Yeah, those panels on the floor as well, they give you, they allow you to teleport to various parts of the castle, just in case you need to fast travel to certain bits. So that was the forest section, but yeah, I think Bryce made the right move there and didn't go through it. Trying to think of what else I can say about this game that I haven't already said. Yeah, like I said before, J Smith OTI, Northern Line. Ah, okay. You didn't want to live. You just wanted to jump on his head.
Mario song.
Yeah, they've all done Let's Look at It. So if you want to hear someone actually speak properly about it, you can go ahead. But yeah, I think Northern Line's doing a Let's Play of this. I might not. I'm not entirely sure yet, but. Yeah, anyway, so right, we've got another set of classes here. This will probably be the last run. I might take over in a minute as well in regards to playing and just ask Bryce some questions, as he's just a standard consumer of the game. But yeah, so we've got Lady Lisa here. So it does include both genders, just in case you were worried that it would be a little bit, I don't know.
Sexist?
Yeah, kind of sexist, but no, they do implement both genders, even if it's mainly just a little bow on the top of her head. But yeah, so she is a paladin. She now has the Guardian Shield, which Bryce added on through the upgrade. She has Gigantism, so she's a lot bigger than your standard character and gives her an increased reach. And then she has another spell there, the Chakram, or Chakram, whatever you want to pronounce it as. Then we've got the Hypogonadism with Lady Shinoa. She's a knave, and that means that she can knock enemies back further, which is funny considering the fact that she's a dwarf, so it's good. It's slightly ironic, I think. I'm pretty sure that is. And then Ectomorph, your skinny Saber hit sends you flying, so who do you reckon you're going to go with?
Well, they're all ladies.
Yeah, they are all ladies, which is perfect for you because you are a lady.
I'm not. I'm probably going to go to dwarf because I'm pretty small myself, so.
Okay, there you go, you heard it here folks. My brother is pretty small. So anyway, so yeah, some people prefer to just stick with your stats and just prefer doing them up. Other people want to experience, or well, just open up the entire tree, which is what I did on my first run through. But yeah, I mean, again, it just kind of depends on your playstyle, really. Now, as my brother informed me, some people can get through this game. If you are just full on going for it, you can get it done in around about 8 hours, which is not bad considering this game is, I think it was $10 or $15. I think it was $15 from the website itself, or through Steam. I can't remember which one I bought it through. I'm pretty sure it was Steam actually. But yeah, but I've had I've had
6 hours on it.
Yeah, I had about probably 6 hours, and I had only just beaten the second boss. So it just depends on your playstyle and I suppose how good you are at the actual game itself. Which obviously for me isn't that great, unless I suddenly got into my stride and I was like, Super Beast Mode, the end of this game! Well, thanks for that price. But yeah, I'm kind of, that's pretty much all you need to say about the game really. Oh, we shouldn't have done that. There might have been a chest up there or something, but there isn't. That's one thing I haven't mentioned. You do have your little mini map at the top there. Wow, you want to just jump all over those spikes, do you?
I'm dead.
Right, okay, yeah, you're definitely dead.
I'm just gonna stay there.
Oh, yeah, just stay there. Oh, wow. Right, okay, I'm having a go. Yeah, there are some classes that actually allow you to see where various chests are. But for the most part, it just helps you navigate the castle. It is quite extensive considering it is just an indie game. And every time you die as well, you get that little note at the bottom, which kind of helps you get through the game. Right, so now I'm going to show you how it's done. But just quickly point out, if you press X, you can see what your stats, what level you are, what class you are. Of course when you die it just shows you your kind of death scene, but if you do, I think if you press pause during playing and then press X, then yeah, you can see how your character's going so far. But yeah, let's see who I get.
What queen should
So we've got Lady Lisa, Knave, OCD again, Savant, which means you're very talented with a few issues. I'm not quite sure what that means, but you know, you figure out as you go along. Got an Archmage, but doesn't have any traits, which is kind of boring. And then we've got Barbarian Queen, Walking Tank, with the shout. Edmim, sorry. You remember things with extreme clarity, and you're gay. You like the ladies. You like the ladies. Which, yes, some people had a little bit of an issue with this being in the game, but again, it's just them just being slightly humorous. I think I'll go for that actually, because I do like the ladies.
do you really do?
Yeah, smooth, like silk. So I don't have enough money to do anything with that. So, and I don't have enough money to get any kind of runes or anything. Sorry for the slowdown, by the way. But again, as time goes on, my my laptop just gets a little bit slower. But yes, there are certain things that you might not see in this, so I'll mention them just in case we don't come across them. There are some rooms that they're kind of like little kind of fun rooms. So essentially, there's one with a clown that basically when you go in there, he has little kind of carnival things for you to do, like hit so many targets with daggers, or smash as many up as you can with an axe, and various things like that, just to give you some more gold. And then there's another guy who's an elf as well, and you also get oh, what the hell, you also get this various bits of well, various rooms where it's literally just a massive canvas with a piece of artwork from one of their previous games, one of the developers' previous games, which is just a nice little way just to kind of help people, god damn it, or just to expose people to their previous bits of work, which I actually quite like. Oh, I got over there. Awesome, I am a game master. But yeah, what else was I going to say? Oh god, that was totally on purpose. I don't know what you're talking about. Words, they are escaping me. Art rooms, games, blah 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 blah. I don't know. I can't remember anymore. But anyway, so we'll go over to you, Bryce. So you just being, you know, a dude that likes playing games. What would you say about this game? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? But be fair, be reasonable.
It's a good game. It's sort of like, I don't know what it's like. It's like most. Well, it's a new type of game that I haven't really played before. It's sort of like, it's a bit grindy in a way, because you do have to get gold to get the equipment and the stats to get better and beat things. Dislike, I just can't play the game properly. I die quite a bit in this game.
It's okay, we can't all be as good as I am.
You're not that good at it.
Hey, stick to talking to the game.
Yeah, it's a really good game. Price is reasonable for the length of the game. I mean, some people say it's about 8 hours, but if you just want to play it and get all this stuff, it's probably longer than that. So about 15 or 10 pounds, is it?
Yeah, but dollars.
Dollars, whatever. Yeah, it's worth the price.
That's bullcrap. Should have died.
You're doing too well.
Hey, shut up. I'm doing brilliantly.
You're not.
Shut up. Right, so I've just kind of figured out what the extreme clarity thing means. It just means that every time I enter a room, on the mini-map it shows me where every single enemy is. So it just makes things a little bit easier for me. But you know, obviously I don't need that kind of help. But it's there for those players that need a little bit of a hand. No, what's going on? No. Oh, I'm boned. I shouldn't have come in here. Oh no, I'm not. I'm awesome.
There are some rooms that have little mini bosses as well.
Yes, that's a good point to bring up. That, like, wow. Yeah, so there are certain rooms that you can. Okay, got it. That have slightly harder enemies, but yeah, you get no. You get something like armor up, like permanent stat increases. But yeah, for the most part, I really enjoy this game. I think it's a lot of fun. So yeah, so I think we're getting probably on a little bit. We're probably going on a little bit long here, so I might as well just quickly show you what this boss is like. So it's
Oh, it's a little eye. Oh.
a little eye, it's a goddamn massive eye. It's the gatekeeper of
Cradadar. Whatever.
Cradadar. There's no R there, well there is, but at the end.
There is a R.
Right. Okay. Ooh, dodging pro. Dodging pro. I don't want to die. I don't want it.
Oh.
God damn it. So yeah, like I said, you're not supposed to beat it on your first few run throughs. But yeah, I think we'll probably end it there. That is Rogue Legacy. So I really recommend getting this. I think the developers did an amazing job with this. The traits, there are some that are pretty damn funny. You can follow a little bit of a story with it, but it is driven purely by the gameplay with this one. Again, the upgrading system I think is really well done, and yeah, considering its price, it is ridiculously cheap for the amount of enjoyment that you'll get out of it. So yeah, like I said, check it out. I'll probably put a link to it in the description below, and feel free if you want to see people that are actually decent at the game. I mean, I'm not too bad. The price was just horrendous. So if you want to see someone that
got most of the gold.
Shut up. If you want to see someone put him to shame, like I said, J Smith OTI,
Green 1990.
Green 1990, Omreka, Alpaca, Northern Light, just check them out. But yeah, so I think that's it. So you've been you, I've been me, Bryce has been bad at this game, and we'll see you in the next episode.